Hello and welcome to Go Natural English. I'm Gabby coming to you for a very special lesson today from the Oval Office set in the White House in the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C. In this special lesson, we're going to talk about how the presidential election process works in the United States. So it all starts with the individual voter. On November 8th, I get to vote for who I want for president. So I am a U.S. citizen, I'm over 18 years old, and that means that I can vote for president on that special day. So you might imagine that we count up every single vote from every single person who votes in the United States, and that will determine our president. But it's actually not that simple. It's not that we directly elect the president. What happens is each state determines their vote. So let me break it down a little bit more. I'm going to vote in New York. I live in New York City. And in New York, we have 29 electoral votes. We have 29 electors, and each state is different. It depends on the number of districts plus senators. There's always 2 senators for each state. So New York has 27 districts plus 2 senators. So that means that we have 29 electoral votes. So everybody in New York who votes is going to show the total, right? The total number is going to show which candidate New York as a state prefers. And then that preference is sent on through our electors. And New York will give our 29 votes for whichever candidate the people of New York prefer. So I'm using New York as an example because that's where I live, but each state has this process as well, and it's the same for every state except for Nebraska and Maine. They're a little bit special. Washington, D.C. also has 3 electoral votes. Okay, so now we know how the voting process works. The Electoral College suggests or votes for the president based on how the state's people vote. Now, we need a majority of 583 total electoral votes in order to become the president-elect on November 8th. So we need at least 270 votes. That's putting a candidate in the majority. Then, whoever has at least 270 or more votes will become the president-elect. And on January 20th, will become officially sworn in as the next president of the United States of America. So it's an interesting process, and I'd love to know how elections work in your country. Who can vote for president? When do you vote for president? How does the election system work? Please share with me in the comments. I'd love to know. Thanks for watching, and make sure if you can vote, if you are a U.S. citizen and you're over 18, to make your vote count. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.